Hello, TYT Network. I'm here at CPAC 2013 with Congresswoman Diane Black of Tennessee, my home state. Thank you so much, for taking the time to speak with us today.
You're very welcome.
So, you said that you're a big supporter of Paul Ryan.
I am.
Are you also a big supporter of the Paul Ryan budget?
I absolutely am. I'm on the budget committee.
So, can you tell us about Medicare under his budget? What will happen with it?
Sure. Well, Medicare is, of course, going bankrupt if we don't do anything about it. In 2023, there will be nothing left for the current beneficiaries and nothing left, certainly, for those coming into it. And so in looking at that program, we have devised a system that is going to allow those that are in or near retirement to continue in the program as it is right now. And for those that are coming into the program, that it would be a premium support. Much like the Medicare Advantage program, where for those that are at the lower income, the premium would be paid for them by the government, but for those that are at higher incomes, there would be a higher premium for them.
But so essentially, Medicare will be turned into a voucher program.
It is not a voucher.
A voucher-like program.
No, it is not a voucher. Let me explain the difference between a voucher and a premium support. When you have an employer that covers your insurance, they pay a premium directly for you to the insurance company. A voucher is where you would get the money and then you would determine where you would spend that money. So it is not a voucher program. It is a premium support program, just like an employer program is if you were working for an employer that provided your insurance. Far different issue between premium and voucher. It is a guaranteed program where for those who are in the program, and that is the providers that are in the program, there would be a guarantee. The cost would be kept down, but people would have choice, and that's always a good thing to give people choice. So they would see a number of programs you could choose from, much like you can in your employer program, where you have different companies you can choose from, and they would have patient choice, and they would have guaranteed coverage.
But so also within Congressman Ryan's budget, it calls for the full repeal of Obamacare, correct?
That is correct.
But it also takes into account the tax savings from Mr. Obama's plan?
That's right.
So how do you still achieve those tax savings, though, with repealing Obamacare?
Because in Obamacare, and of course this is what the budget, the CBO, gives us a baseline, and they can only give us a baseline on what is current law. But here is what happens. In Obamacare, that $700 billion was taken out of the Medicare Trust Fund, and it was then put into the Obamacare. So if you don't have Obamacare any longer, you take that money and you put it back into the trust fund, and that's our plan. Because we don't believe you should be raiding the trust fund that's going broke in 2023.
Certainly. One more question about the sequester.
Yes.
Would you vote to overturn that, to repeal this sequestration?
We have actually, the House has actually voted twice now to replace the sequester with more reasonable cuts. For instance, programs that are duplicate programs, where you combine those programs, you save on that. So we have already twice now done that. We have talked numerous times about good ways that you could replace the sequester, because across the board cuts are not really the smartest way to do cuts. And I happen to believe, yes, we need to cut because I want to balance a budget. But it's not really the best way. However, it is current law, and until there is a decision and an agreement between the House and the Senate and signed by the President, the sequester stands. Okay?
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Have I been hypnotized to believe in lies with the monologue, questioning God like Habakkuk, cause the odds keep stacking up? Where is the illumination?